So Gary, first away clean sheet of the season. We mentioned a number of times on radio it was a really solid defensive display.
Yeah, it's no coincidence that our 2 clean sheets have won us 6 points. I keep saying that to the lads. We've continued our record of scoring in every game, and we look like a team that can score goals. And we've ground out another 3 points. It wasn't pretty. It was difficult. Concord are young and enthusiastic, but I think we're somehow probably one of the most informed teams in the league at the moment.
Yeah, indeed, up to top 10 now, following the slow start to the season. And Darren Jones also returned to form this afternoon. We thought him and Jack Batten were excellent.
Well, I thought Jonah had a word with at the end and told him how much his form has improved with his fitness, but I knew that would be the case. And Jack Batten alongside him has grown as the season's gone, and they look a pretty solid partnership at the moment, and long may that continue.
And up front as well, inspired substitution with Nat Jarvis.
Well, I thought it was maybe a day for Nat, and so it proved it was. I've got a wealth of attacking options. I've signed a lot of attacking players. We're playing a system now where I can get most of them on the pitch. Jamie's had his goals, 2 in the last 2 before today. Marvin scored a few, and I know that Nat was sat there frustrated and ready to go on when called upon, and he went on and scored us a winning goal, which is great, and that's what I want.
And, well, not really a positive, I suppose you could say, but the squad really seems to pull together despite all these injuries, really fighting for each other and winning those battles out there.
Yeah, I think the 3 lads haven't even travelled today, and I've had to field different formations. I've had to field makeshift midfields, and we're getting there slowly. If I can get everyone fit at the same time, I think we've got a good team, and we're going in the right direction at the minute.
What's the latest on those injuries?
George Riggs still sore. Don't know if he'll be available for Monday. Andy Watkins the same, and Billy Murphy's struggling a bit with his ankle, so possibly still 3 out for Monday.
It's only a 1-day break before we're back in action on Monday. Tough trip to Hungerford. They're also in form, so what are you expecting from that game?
Very tough game. We know how they play. The manager's left, but they've continued with good results. They're competitive. They get in your face. They play the ball forward early, and we've got to be ready for that. I can't believe that on Monday we'll be playing our 11th league game of the season. There's something not right there, and that may be one of the reasons why I've got too many players injured. And I look at the teams in the league that might have played 5 or 6 games, I think, 5 games in the championship today, and yet the part-time players are expected to play 11. So hopefully we can get through Monday. Then I looked at the fixtures. I think Monday's the last scheduled midweek game of the season, other than the bank holiday. So hopefully we can get everyone fit and start doing a little bit of training as well, because when the games come thick and fast, you don't get an opportunity to train properly. You can't do a lot of work on your shape during the week, and it doesn't help matters.
You mentioned a lot how it's tiring for the players. What about the management team?
I think I'm looking quite good for 35. It's tiring. It wears you down every the games, the 90 minutes, they come and they go, and you get into it, and you can feel yourself getting stressed, and you're trying to pick teams when players aren't fit, and you're trying to organise training sessions, and looking at I've looked at a couple of games where the night before I possibly didn't have enough players to field a fit team, and that's a worry. People told us at the start of the season I had too many players. I think I've got 19 if everyone's fit, and yet we can't even get 5 on the bench at the minute.